Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I hope wherever you are in the world, today has been treating you so well. In today's video, I'm going to be doing another full face of Troublemaker makeup. So, I've already done 2 of these. This is my 3rd. I've got a load more products that I have not used before. I'm going to be diving into, giving you my first impression of. I am going to be doing, I think it will be next month now at this point, I'm going to be doing like a roundup video, the best of Troublemaker, telling you like the best foundation, because I've tried all 3 of them, the best bronzer, you know, the best of everything that I have tried. I'm going to do that next month. So if you want like a roundup of everything, once I've tried everything and had more time to play and like figure out what is the best of the best and what is worth it, that will be coming next month. I will link the 2 previous videos up above so that you can see those. I will leave everything that I'm using today linked down below, but let's just dive on in because I've got a lot of products here to try, starting with Juno. The Troublemaker Juno Full Coverage Foundation and Concealer. Now I do have the concealer, I may just use this. I got this in the shade Moonwalker. I really like this packaging. This feels very cute. It's like a little pebble. It's like sunken in at the back, it's like curved. I think that it's lovely. So, and it feels really like satisfying in the hand as well. So let's get a little bit of this and let's see how thick this is. Is mine completely empty? Oh no, not completely empty, but like, excuse me, why is there like nothing? Like there's nothing in this bottle until I squeeze it to, like, all of the air is out of this. Is anybody else's like that? Why is that completely empty? I hope that you are understanding like how much I'm squeezing that. Look at that. Okay, that's weird, but fine. Okay, and that's all of the product that was in the bottle. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure how I am sure how I feel about that. Why is the bottle completely empty? Is that the sort of day that I'm gonna have? Is that how this full face of makeup is gonna go? After I've just said how much I enjoy Troublemaker. And now my foundation was like completely empty. But why? That's bizarre. Anyway, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Did I even say I got the shade Moonwalker? I feel like I've lived a whole life in the last 30 seconds. Wow, so... concentrate. I already have my skincare on, and let's tap this in. Wow, that is a lot of coverage. Okay, good, but I'm having a bad skin day. Like, what is all of this? Having a very bad skin day, but let's see how this blends out. Okay, so that's the foundation all blended out. I really like the finish of that. It's very sort of natural, like a natural matte finish, I was about to say. Natural matte finish. What is wrong with me today? It's gonna be one of them videos where you slowly see me lose my mind. Yeah, I really like that foundation. I might have to email them about why mine is like completely empty. Like it even feels very light, like there's no product in it. So maybe there was a problem with mine. Like, it does not feel like there's 30 millilitres of product in there. Honestly, it feels empty at this point. So I think I will email them about that. I'm going to go ahead and use the concealer that I have already tried and I like, but it's not as much coverage as I would usually do. This is the Ditto concealer. I have this in the shade Firecracker. So I'm just going to put this around my eyes. I feel like that foundation actually not covered over the spots, like you can still see them, but like dialed down the redness in those spots nicely. So I'll just put this around my eyes. And that's the concealer blended out just with the same sponge. I think that's looking nice. I'm looking nice and blanked out. Let's put some brows back on my head, and another product that I have already tried and really enjoy. This is the Feral Brow Blade. This is medium brown. And I've got a brow gel, but I want to do the pencil first. So I was quickly just quickly just squiggle in the brows. And also go and run outside in the rain to like restart. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Wow. Okay, so that's the brow pencil done. Giving myself 5 minutes to just deep breaths and no words. So let's try the brow gel. So this is the Evil Twin brow gel. I got the shade medium brown, but look how interesting this wand is. It looks like a little hedgehog. Like, it's so cute. Look, it's like spiky up on the top and then there's nothing underneath. So strange, so strange. And I can see little like fibers in it, so I'm very interested to see how this is gonna go. I love a brow gel. I love a tinted brow gel. Let's see how this goes. Because clearly my mind is malfunctioning. But let's see if I can get some decent fluffy brows. Ooh, I like this applicator. The bristles are like coating each hair, each brow hair really nicely. I'm getting a lot of product on the brow hairs, but it's not going everywhere. I really like that. First impression, I've only done one brow. But I really like how that one brow is looking. I am like scraping the product off the wand so that there's not too much on there. But I really like that. That's so easy to use. That is so easy. I really like that. So I'm just using the spoolie from the other end of the brow pencil just to like lay the brow hairs down where I want them to be. I really like that brow gel. I really like that. The brows are looking so like fluffy and fluffy. Exactly how I want them to be. Okay, we're on the way up. We're getting better. I mean, it couldn't have got any worse, but let's move on. Bronzer. I have got a matte powder bronzer. So this is the Rascal bronzer in the shade Creature, I do believe. Let's get the scissors, snip that. This is what the colour looks like. They had a few different colours, and like I said, this is a matte bronzer, so let's see. Ooh, that colour is nice. That's not crazy pigmented, but for like one dip, okay. I do usually prefer a glowy bronzer, but if you saw my first Troublemaker video, I got the glowy bronzer. I hope they bring out more shades in it, that's all I'll say. Because the lightest shade was not anywhere close to what I would need. But I really like this one for a matte bronzer. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so I went a little crazy with the bronzer on the old snoot, but it's fine. It's fine. I like that bronzer. That's blended out really nicely. The colour was like, or the level of pigmentation was what I would consider perfect. Not too much where I feel like I have to go in with a really light hand and I'm scared of it, but also not too little that I feel like I'm building and building and building. Like, that was nice on just on the like the right amount, just on the first dip. I like that. So I also got a cushion blush, which now I'm thinking I maybe should have done before that powder bronzer. Never mind. So this is the Troublemaker Press Play Cushion Blush. I got this in the shade Remix Pink. No, Remix Peach. And look, it comes with a teeny tiny little puff that's just fallen out. Look. So cute. Let's open this cushion up. And that is what the product looks like inside. So I'm guessing, and it is just a guess, I'm guessing I can press this into here and then apply it like this. But also my nails are quite long, so I'm like, can I actually get in there? Yeah, get a little bit on there. Ooh, that is pigmented. Okay, right, let's close that up. That is very pigmented. Okay, I feel like I need a brush. I can't with that tiny little puff. Blend this out with a Real Techniques Expert face brush. That was so pigmented. But actually that's blending quite nicely. It doesn't seem to have grabbed where I first placed that down. I got too much because of course I did. Okay, that's nice and glowy. I feel like next time I would probably just dip my brush straight into that rather than using that little puff. Is that preferable to like a liquid with a wand, or like even like a squeezy tube? I'm not sure. I like it. I like the colour. I like the finish. Like, it's a little bit glowy. I like it. But I feel like this and then dipping it into like that just feels like, frankly, it just feels like a lot of work. And it could have just been, I don't know. I think out of the two blushes that out of the single blushes that I've tried so far, I probably prefer the other one that's like the bouncy blush over this one. It's just a bit easier to use. But actually that is blending over the bronzer nicely. Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. I'll just tap over with that bronzer brush just to make sure all that's nicely blended in. I like it. I like it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. It's just not as easy as it necessarily, like it could be made a bit easier, but that's fine. Not everything has to be easy. Right, I've got a eyeshadow primer. So this is the Lotta Life eyeshadow primer. What's that meant to mean? I don't know. It's clear-ish, just a regular sort of wand. Let me apply this and zoom you in, and we can see how this colourful eyeshadow palette that I've already tried and love, let's see how that goes over the top of it. But I need to find a brush to blend this out. First impressions, this eyeshadow primer feels quite similar to the one that I have been using for quite some time now, the e.l.f. Lock It Down. It feels similar to that in texture, in the colour and the way that that applied. I quite like that. Okay, so let's see how, like I say, this colourful eyeshadow is going to go over the top that I have already tried. I got this in my first impression, the first Troublemaker video that went up. I think I'm just going to do what do I want to do? Maybe orange? I just want one colour like all over the lid because I've got a pinky red lip colour, so I just want something like all over the lid. I just want to see how this primer is going to grab onto that colour. So let's do the orange on a sort of fluffy brush and tap that off, and let's tap this all over the lid. Okay, so I feel like that eyeshadow primer has really grabbed onto that pigment. I'm just going to put a little bit under the eye as well, and then I will use the same brush and just go into a little bit of that yellow just to see how I can like layer these colours together over the eyeshadow primer. But first impressions, I think that has really grabbed onto that colour and like intensified it the same way that the e.l.f. one does. I really like that, so I'm just going to dip into that yellow just with the same brush and very lightly tap that over. Sorry, my camera just stopped recording then and I don't know what I was up to, but I've just tapped that yellow over the edge just to blend that out so we get a little bit of a gradient. Who is mad? Who is mad? Like, I love these colours, and that's like a bold eye look, but it's just two colours. I really like how that's looking. I am not mad. So now, let's try and make it look the same on the other side. That is the difficult part. So I've really packed that yellow onto the inner corner. Simples. A bright, bold makeup look. Who is mad? I love these colours together. My eyes have started watering because, of course, it's like the end of September and hay fever. Of course. So yeah, there's like a little bald patch on the outer corner of my eye now. I'm not crying, but the tears do come. So that is that is all I'm doing with the eyeshadow. But I do feel like that primer has definitely intensified the colour, like it's really grabbed onto the colour. I like that primer. I'm not mad at that primer at all. So I'm going to go ahead and use the liner and mascara that I tried in my first video, and I love these two. Are so long lasting, so easy to use. They're beautiful. The Troublemaker Outsider liquid liner and the Curl Theory curling mascara. I'm going to go off and do these, and then we've got a lip, and that is all I am doing today. But I already feel like we've found some really great products here. I'm impressed so far. There we go. So I just need you to appreciate these lashes. This mascara is beautiful. It's so good. Look at these lashes. They are so long. They are so thickened and volumized and dramatic. This is a beautiful mascara. And it's so long lasting. I've been wearing this just for full days at work and it does not budge. It's so beautiful. So that is the eyes done. Don't mind that outer corner. There is nothing that I can do about that. My eyes are like, wow, this is the 4th makeup look you've done today. Congrats. And they're giving up. But that is everything. Let's do the lip. Let's zoom out and do the lip. So I do actually have, well, I've got the lip product, but then I also have these two, and I'm like, I don't want to use them because I feel like everything's looking good and I don't want to ruin it. So I might save these for another day. I have got the Glowy highlight. This is in Beamtown Pink. It's a pink glowy highlight. Honestly, I will probably end up using that on my eyes. And then the loose powder, the On the Loose, is that what it's called? On the Loose powder, yeah, in Flight Risk Light. I really like the packaging for this, but I don't feel like I need any powder. Like, I don't feel like I need to set anything. I feel like this is looking really good. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a little bit of this lip balm. So this is the Juno Juice lip balm. This is in the shade Devi. I like the packaging. I like the colour. I think that that's really cute, and it smells, oh, it smells incredible. What does that smell like? It's like, it's reminding me of like a medicine, but in a good way. Is it like Calpol? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's really good. So let's see how pigmented this is. Oh. It's not crazy pigmented. It's given a little bit of something. Okay. I feel like to get the proper amount of pigment, you would have to apply a lot of it. I don't have a lip liner, but I quite like that. Let me just show you that on the back of my hand so that you can see the colour. Look how glossy. I mean, it's a lip gloss. You would hope it would be glossy. I like that. That's like very cushiony, like very thick. I like that. So I'm going to just add a little bit more blush, because although I said that I had too much, clearly too much was not enough. So this packaging is very difficult to get into. I will say that about a lot of the products that I've tried from Troublemaker. Very difficult to get into a lot of the packaging. If you have any sort of like arthritis or any like difficulty with your hands or like getting into jars, things like that, you would probably struggle with a lot of these products. So I'm just going to dip my brush into there and just get a little bit more pigment straight onto the brush. That's a lot easier to use that way. I think it was that little cushion that was throwing me off before. I feel like with the brush, that was much easier. Does this blush necessarily go with the orange, like neon orange and yellow eye? I don't know. It really ultimately does not matter, but that is everything. I'm done. I'm done. I need to wipe this gloss off the back of my hand before I get it all over my dress. But what a roller coaster. Congratulations if you've made it to the end of this video, because wowzers, what a roller coaster. So what have we tried today? And first impressions, what do we think of everything? I will, of course, come back at the end of the month and give you my overall thoughts of these products, but I will be doing a video next month where I recap everything. The Troublemaker Juno Full Coverage Foundation. I have questions, but just regarding the packaging, but I like the finish of that foundation. I think that that looks lovely. It's a great amount of coverage. It's not too much. I feel like it's just right. I'm interested to see how this will wear over like a full day. I'm impressed with that. I think that that looks lovely. Just let me know. If you've tried this, did yours come like empty? Let's just wait and see. I will send them an email. The brow gel, I love the brow gel. I think that's probably one of my favourite products out of this whole video, actually. That brow gel is fantastic. It doesn't feel crunchy or like too much hold, but also I feel like it was very easy to sort of put them in place. The wand on that is very interesting. I feel like it's the wand that has really sold me on that. I really, really like that. The powder bronzer, I really like that. I like the colour. I like the way that that's blended out. The cushion blush, now that I have done that, just dipping in with a brush rather than using the little applicator thing, really like that. That's blended out really nicely. I like the colour. I like the finish of it. It's a little bit glowy, but not too glowy. I really like that one. The eyeshadow primer, I think that that has really grabbed onto the pigment from that eyeshadow and intensified it. I think that that's a really good primer. Really like that one. I'm not blown away by the lip balm. It's a nice enough lip balm. It smells great. It smells delicious. It feels nice and cushiony and hydrating. I was maybe expecting a little bit more colour for the very small amount of lip gloss that you have to apply to get that nice glossy feeling. I was maybe expecting a little bit more colour out of it, but it's fine. If you're looking for a very lightly tinted lip balm, lip gloss, you would probably quite like that one. What else have I tried that's new? I think that that was everything. So if there is anything else from Troublemaker that you want my opinion on, chances are I have probably already tested it in my first 2 videos, so go and watch those because the products may well be in that. If I haven't tested anything and there's anything else that you think I need to try, let me know. Because clearly at this point I'm a little bit of a Troublemaker addict. Have I got a problem? Absolutely I do. But that is everything. I would love to hear what you think. If you have tried any of these products as well, what do you think of them? If you have tried that brow gel, are you as impressed as I am? Because I am really impressed with that one. Out of everything from this video, I think that that brow gel is lovely. I'm really impressed with that. And I know it's just a brow gel, but I am picky with brow gels because I have such blonde brow hairs. I need so much help, but that is everything. I hope you've had a lovely day. I will leave everything linked down below. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my day now with this lovely makeup look on. I don't know. Let's wait and see. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.